Okay, as promised, my spiffy laundry room. I knew you'd be jealous. I got this special wallpaper that comes ready, peeled and damp, so I don't have to put it up and then let it get damp and peel off. That cost a lot of money. Tiles sourced from the 1970s, meticulously cleaned by me and placed one by one. I might do a tiling course at some point in the future to raise a bit of money. Plumbing for the washing machine is here, which was where the bath was. I am now standing where the bath was. And the tumble dryer will go there. See, Jules, I know you'll be jealous. I got plugs. Spiffy new plugs. At the height I want them at. Not down low, not up high, at the height I want them at. The only thing I haven't got, we want to use this loo tonight. There's a bulb, but there's no switch. So I can't use this tonight. It's been very noisy here today. Just one last look at the wallpaper because I'm really pleased with it, and it wasn't cheap. Right, so back to the real stuff. I've been pushing conduit through and lots of noise. I've been using a really noisy drill to get through this wall. Look at you see the depth of this wall is, I can't get away from it, hold on. There, the depth of the wall is here from the kitchen into Mark's bunker. So they've had to drill through up there in the corner to, I haven't finished this yet, for the car charger. That was really noisy. The drill was really noisy. And they were running a vacuum cleaner at the same time, which was really weird because it every so often it was banging like somebody with a hammer. And there were only two guys today, and we thought there was a third person banging with a hammer, but it was the vacuum cleaner banging the drum, I think probably to keep the filter clear. These are not working. That's the outside light. New switches there. New switches here. No, we've got no light down here again. Bloody torchlight again tonight. I don't know why they've put bulbs in if they're not going to turn on the bloody switches. No, I won't do that because that's still hanging loose. Oh, God. So, it's a lot easier because, there's a few bits there, but it's a lot easier because all of the kitchen is back out here. Oh. There's no light in there.
Isn't there?
No. Through Mark's bunker. Oh. So this is my temporary kitchen. But everything is out here, which makes it a lot easier when I do decide to cook something, because what was frustrating me on Sunday was that I'd come out here and what I wanted was in the kitchen, and I'd go into the kitchen and what I wanted was out here. So I have got an air fryer, a toaster, the coffee machine, the kettle, and I've got a slow cooker, and I have slow cooked a couple of things. And we've got eggs. And I was going to cook today. I was going to do, not cook, I was going to do this, but with some broccoli. But then at midday they were still working, and I came down and said to Mark, okay, take me out. So we went out and we had a meal out again. So tomorrow they're coming at 8:30 and we'll have no electricity all morning. So we've got to find ourselves something to do. He suggested, well, have you got shopping to do? And I'm thinking, well, where am I going to put it? I've got no kitchen to cook stuff in if I go shopping. So this is the lounge. And there's lots of new switches in here. A lot of the switches didn't work. I don't even know what that one's for. The good thing is the telly's out here at the moment. Mark sits out here, not for long. It's too cold out here, but he sits in this chair and watches telly. So there's what's at the bottom there? That's my PlayStation 3. There's a Blu-ray. There's a Freebox, which is like a decoder. And what they've done is, and so we have all these extension leads, which normally are laying on the floor. What they've done is they've put the telly into the wall, and we've got 3 points here, again at the height I want them at, not so that we used to plug into this one down here and then run extension leads all along there. So that's going to be a lot neater. Oh, I haven't got my thing that I hold the phone with at the moment. So tomorrow, this is all lined up, ready to be connected. So there's going to be a new tableau, a new something disjunctor, can't remember it now. All of that's going to be renewed, so we'll have no electricity. Spoke to Polish family yesterday. We went down the end of the garden because it was less noisy. So we went down the end of the garden, sat down there, spoke to them down there, so they got to see the chickens and Ida. They didn't see Jazz. Jazz was indoors. Jazz at the moment is up in that bedroom again, out the way. It's the best place for her, really. It's horrible out there, out down here. Let's go and have a look out there a bit. So yeah, we spoke to them. It was good to catch up with them again and think things through and talk about when they're coming and how they're coming. And we're going to pick up Mum and 3 children from Poitiers Airport. And Dad's coming. Lots of blossom. That's cherry blossom over there, I think, on those trees. And Dad's coming by car from Poland. He's driving. So she's coming into Poitiers on the... Oh, I can't remember the date. So we'll pick them up, bring them back here. They're mainly vegetarian, so I will make sure I've got some food in that will suffice. I'll do something veggie. And the only spanner in the works is the older daughter. Because they're homeschooled, the older daughter, everything's done. Their school year is over now, but she has to go back for one exam, and it's the one exam that she has to actually officially sit that's not at home. She has to go back and sit the exam, and it's towards the end of May. So her father, because the dad that's coming isn't their father, her real father is going to fly into Limoges, come and pick her up, take her back for her exam, and then take her back home. And so she misses some of the holiday. They really exclaimed when they saw this, and they went, "Oh my God, look at spring!" Because obviously we're a long way ahead of them in terms of temperatures and I just look at it and see the mess, but that's not what they saw, which was nice. We've just had a lot of wind and rain. As you can see, that's been and gone, that black. And that's looking lovely with the sun shining on it, the cherry blossom. So that's what's going on. We were up at 7:30 and they didn't turn up till 9:30. this morning. It's a bum. But we know that they're coming at 8:30 in the morning, and we know that they're going to cut the electricity off, so we need to be up and ready to go out somewhere. I haven't worked out where we're going to go. We'll sort something out. I think we might even go into Poitiers. Sort of, if we're forced, we may just as well go into Poitiers. The trouble is, it's cold in this weather. Poitiers is quite a cold city in wind and damp weather, so it'll be cold. I'll think of something. That woodpecker, can you hear it over in that? There's a hollow tree over there. I think it is probably that hollow tree. Not that one in the distance, but there's one nearer. That one has been hammering at that tree for days. Absolutely days. We saw a fox. When we went out for lunch. On our way home, we saw a fox rushing off into the field as we drove along. I didn't let the chickens out this morning. They're in. Because it is not a good time of year, really. Still a bit dodgy. It's a bit of a risk having them out in May as well, but I think with the house sitters here, it'll be nice for them to have the chickens out. We were talking to them yesterday, and we were sitting down the end here. So they'd looked at the animals, and they'd seen Ida, and there's the chickens and whatever. And the cockerel was standing just here in front of this, just to the right of this tree, crowing at the cockerel through the fence. It was so noisy. I was crowing and crowing. And in the end, because she said how many, I said, well, there's 5 hens and 1 cockerel. And after a bit, I went, that's it. There's only going to be 5 hens when you get here, because we just could not hear. There are bluebells coming up there, which means there'll be bluebells up through the woods. I might pause this and take you out to see the cowslips in a minute. I keep meaning to show you them, and that's another flower that I forget the name of. And then I remember it, and then I forget it, and then I remember it. A lot of dandelions around. We passed a field earlier, full. And it wasn't, I thought, it's oilseed rape, but it wasn't, it was dandelions. Pissenlit, they're called. Hello. Hello. Everybody okay? No, Mum, we want to be out. Well, you're not. I'm not going to let you out. I'm not giving in. I'm going to pause. Ida having a scritch. She just stands just so you can't quite get. I can just reach. I think it's that she thinks that I'm going to grab her, so she stands far enough away just to make sure I don't.